Hey everyone, it's Battlelight again. I know it's been a while, but I have another video here. I just got back into college, so videos aren't really on my priority right now. Today this will be a speed draw of my character or persona from the game Calico, which is a super cute game for the Switch and the PC, I believe, right now. I think it's also for the Xbox. I'd have to double check that. It is an indie game. It got kickstarted, and it's basically just you are a magical person, girl, boy, and me, running a cat cafe. That's the game. It's really chill and really soothing to play. I picked it up probably a few months ago when it came out on the Switch, and it was just a joy to play through. I think I finished it in a few days, and it was very relaxing the entire time. There was a lot of very fun stuff, and there's not just cats that you can put in your cafe. There's a bunch of different animals. You basically just run around doing different tasks and quests for people while cooking in your cafe occasionally, and I shouldn't say collecting. It's kind of like discovering new animals and picking them up and petting them. It's very cute. It's like a mixture of Animal Crossing and I don't know, other life sim games. It's nothing quite like it. It's quite cute. And you know, you can pick up animals, and the way you store them is really cute. You put them on your head. You can send them back to your cafe, or you can keep them with you as you're going along. And the other really fun thing is that your character you can create to be not entirely human, and there's tons of different body size options. So you can be chubby like I am, and like my persona / character is here. And there's some really fun clothing options, and I know that they're updating the game quite a bit still. I think they still are. I know they did a bunch of bug fixes, and they want to eventually add in some more clothing and other various things. So that's very exciting, and they have a Discord, and the developers seem very lovely. If you have any glitches, I think I reported one, and it was fixed in the next update, so lovely people, lovely game. Soothing game, really. I had a lot of fun discovering all the different animals and the different places. They have this beautiful final section of the game that takes place in a mushroom forest, and I love the music there, and they have some really unique animals that live there. Like there's a cat that inverts all the colors around it, and I don't want to spoil more because part of the game is finding all these different animals and putting them in your cafe. It's really lovely, and I had a lot of fun collecting all the items. Well, not all the items, but I had a lot of fun collecting all the wardrobe accessories, which the way they do stuff is actually, I kind of prefer it to something like Animal Crossing. Oh, excuse me. They let you color your items, whatever color you want. So that's kind of a big plus side for me, because I'm kind of picky about clothing in video games, like in real life. So it was really fun to create my goth magical person. And they have a good variety of haircuts too, and the customization options I know got a recent update, and it's just really wonderful to see a game with options for plus size people in specific. And I'm not limited to different clothing either. Just because my character is chubbier, I can still buy all the different items and put them on. And there's some very cute clothing that they have. I believe at the time of drawing this, I had collected a corset and these puffy shorts, and I was like, oh, this is definitely my favorite combo. I did take some creative liberties with the clothing options, because at the time of playing, there wasn't a ton. You can see here, I even tried to draw on the witch hat, but I didn't like how it looked on my character. So I abandoned that, so yeah, I'm like, nah. I do have the accessories for a tail and ears, because, you know what, it's fun. I want it to be a little bit longer there to show the end of the pants. And there's potions in the game that do different things, so I'm holding one of the potions. I don't think I based it off of any specific potion, but my favorite is the one that turns the animals purple. Although there is a space potion that's really cute too. But yeah, I took some creative liberties with the clothing and the I guess overall design of the body. I know they've updated it so you can have an even flatter chest now, which is really nice. But yes, I I took a little bit of liberty, but this is mostly what you can actually do in game. And another thing to mention, they have the most gorgeous artwork for the townspeople that you can see in your sort of journal. It's really pretty and cute. And the townspeople are also really well designed and really unique and interesting to look at. And I found myself picking out favorites in them. There is a gay couple, a lesbian couple, that is kind of like your mentor for part of the game, and that was really sweet to see. So yeah, there's queer representation in the game too, and not just lesbians, but I know there's at least 2 or 3 characters that go by she, they, or they, or he, they pronouns, and that was really great to see. I was very excited to see that, because in your little journal it actually says what pronouns to use for the characters, and I thought that was just a nice touch. My tripod for my mic is loose. Oops daisies. Don't know how that happened. So you can see I'm just doing line work here, like usual. But yes, I loved the townspeople. There was an amazing variety. It was really cute to see them all, and try to get better friends with all of them. And there's even like a cat person that you can become friends with that only speaks in meows, and I thought that was great. I love him. The artwork for it is really adorable too, like I said. And I think it's actually a little bit of a pity that you can only see it in your journal, because I just think they're really pretty references for the characters. And I was thinking about maybe drawing one of those characters, but I went with my persona because I'd have a little bit more fun with it, because you can make your skin color whatever color you want. I think one of my favorite townspeople designs, and I cannot remember her name right now, but she's based, like, her outfit's based off of a mushroom, and I was just like, oh, that is amazing. And my other favorite is probably, there's a witch that lives in, like, a giant potion bottle at the top of a hill, but she butchered a spell and she's part cat now, and I thought that was really cute. This hand here was hard for me to get for a little while. I remember sketching it out and thinking, how in the world do you do hands? So I just kind of went with whatever was basic, and I could kind of fudge a little bit. I thought that would, it looked like a hand, so it worked. But yeah, if you need something to play and you're either tired from Animal Crossing, or you're looking for something like Animal Crossing, or just like a very relaxing, soothing game, I would highly recommend Calico. Like the cat. It's like the cat, Calico. It's just a very sweet game to play. Very soothing. And it's not very, there's no huge emotional punches. It's just like, oh, go around finding all the cute animals. And there's more than cats, I should say. I know I said that already, but there's, different canines. So, like, foxes and dogs that you can get. I know there's horses at some point. I don't want to give too much of it away because I don't want to spoil any of it. There's birds. You can get birds. The pigeons are really cute. The pigeons have little accessories for one of the quests, and I thought that was just the cutest thing. Most of the game, I don't want to talk about the animals you can find, because that's part of the fun. Going around and figuring out, oh, there's this animal in this location, but needless to say, there's an animal for everybody. So yeah, you can make your skin whatever color you want in the game, and, you know, me being me, I made it blue. Of course. Red hair. I don't actually have very red hair in real life. But I thought for the fox ears it would go nice. I have, like, this weird blonde brownish hair with, like, undertones of red. It is not my favorite color. I dye it all the time. So, I've had red hair. I do like the character crate a lot in it, and it's actually a very cute 3D style for when you're running around and doing stuff, and then the 2D portraits and references for all the townspeople are really cute. Yeah, I went for a more... I shouldn't say I went for a more androgynous look. That's how my persona looked in game too, my character. And like I said, you can color these items individually in game, so I went with whatever I had on me. Took a little bit of creative liberty with the corset because I wanted to have a different middle panel Oh, I'm a little bit burpy today. Yeah, this drawing was just something relaxed that I wanted to do that I thought would be fun, and not to, like, I don't have to do mental gymnastics to figure anything out. I was like, I just want to draw a fun fox person with blue skin from my game. And I went for it, and it was lots of fun. I would highly recommend the game. It's just very peaceful and soothing. I've said that many times now. Oh, so I had a little bird skull necklace, which you can't get in game, but I thought was super cute, and I actually have a necklace like that in real life. I did miss some footage there for some reason. I don't know why. I thought I recorded it, but I didn't. I was just adding blushing and freckles to the skin, so I was rendering the skin. And I'm not sure how I lost the footage for that. So here we are shading with a purple color. It wasn't anything too major because I didn't go super in depth for this piece or anything. I just did it pretty basic. I had some scars on the face there, but like you can see, I haven't even rendered out the eyes. I don't know how I lost the footage for that, but I did. I remember going back when I was editing this video and going, huh, that's strange. I like the shade in the dark purple and put on a hard light layer because I just think it looks best. It looks very nice. It looks cohesive when I do certain color schemes too. Obviously I only do with certain color schemes. If I have a mostly purple color scheme already, I try to steer away from it because it muddies everything up. And this drawing's a little bit older now, actually. There's some things I don't do anymore that I've done in this drawing. Like, I'm not sure if I render out the eyes, but I don't render eyes the way I used to. That's for sure. Although you can see I've started to shade a little bit more like this now. I'm doing my normal cell shading and doing big shapes. I think part of the reason why I like the artwork for the game that's 2D so much is because it kind of reflects a little bit of mine. It's a little bit more cell shaded, a little bit more on the darker black line side. I have nothing against art styles that have thin lines or anything. I think it's fantastic. And my lines are certainly not the thickest, nor are they the thinnest, but it's nice to see that in-between ground with black lines that aren't always colored in or whatever. I guess you'd call it like a Disney or Pixar style? I don't know entirely. I've had a few people compare my style to a few different things. I've had Disney. I've had anime. I've had comic books back when I was first starting out for some reason. But I get not Legend of Korra, but Avatar in general a lot too. There we go. I do render out the eyes. I don't do it this way anymore. I do it slightly different now. I actually use an airbrush now usually. Or, actually no, I use watercolor now. That's what it is. And this is me just playing around with stuff, and then I'm going to do a background real quick. Just a really simple background with some color in it to liven things up. I do this in my sketchbook too. I put some colors behind the sketches to make them look a little bit fancier. Just because I like it. And it looks nicer for when people come into the sketchbook. And here's me finally adding the glass into the glass. Took forever. There we go. Adding in the rest of that background. It'll take a little while here, I'm surprised. You'd be surprised how much thought actually can go into a background that's just colors, because you want to make sure that you're actually directing your colors towards the finished art piece and not the background. I fiddle with gradients here. And then I decided that I wanted to make the character stand out a little bit more, and this wasn't really like an environmental piece, so I'm going to put a white outline around them. If I'm doing more of like an environmental or, I guess like a more cinematic or dramatic piece, I don't really like to put a white outline. I've done it a few times, but depending on the piece and the feeling I want to evoke, I'll avoid it. But I did put it in here, and I put the name of the game at the top too, which is Calico. So you can go check it out. My handwriting's awful. It's It's like that in real life too. And there's the finished piece. So thanks for joining me for this little video. And have a good night, day, evening, whatever time it is where you are.